Hello, everybody. I know you were probably expecting Baldur's Gate to be here, but yeah, about that. Anyway, it's time for a vlog. It's not really time for a vlog. I just decided to do one. Just wanted to keep you guys kind of up to date, as always. Don't have anything specific to say, except for this list of things that I have on my screen about all the specific things that I'd like to say. And I apologize if I look a little tired. I am. So in regards to Baldur's Gate, the video that went up on Wednesday was part 30, which at the rate of 5 episodes every 2 weeks means that we've been doing it for 12 weeks. That's a long ass time. So we're taking a break from it for a bit. Also, Saban and I actually ran out of backlog. What normally happens with a bunch of the series that we do here is we record a whole bunch in advance. 2 to 3 episodes per session, sometimes 5 or 6 depending on the game. So we ran out of the backlog due to a bunch of personal stuff that's come up, so we got to kind of take a break to build that backlog back up. I would expect that it'll show back up hopefully by the end of the month at the latest. Probably sooner than that, because we love that game and we want to finish it. So Baldur's Gate will be taking a break. A couple other things will be showing up in its place, but hopefully you'll enjoy them just as much. Don't worry, Saban and I will be back, killing each other as much as we kill everything else. Another thing I wanted to mention was Stellaris went up last month. There were only 6 episodes, and they were all about 45 minutes to an hour long. Very, very fun game to play, but it was only 6 episodes. It was over almost as soon as it began, it felt like. The reason for that is because those 6 episodes, as I'm sure you can tell by the episode length, took us 6.5 hours to record. When we do a game like that, a game that the episodes are going to be really, really long, it doesn't make sense to do it as a regular recording session, like once every week or something like that, because we would get basically 1 to 2 episodes out of it, and then we'd have to stop. So with Stellaris, we basically have to say, you know what, we need to schedule out 6 to 8 hours in a particular day, and do nothing but record for that particular 6 to 8 hours. And pretty much everybody here has a schedule, has like a regular job, which means that we can't really do that unless there's some kind of holiday coming up. There is a holiday coming up, Labor Day, in September. So we're actually going to try and record some more Stellaris that weekend, which means that Stellaris will be coming back. We're going to continue that same game, but you're probably not going to see new episodes until late September, early October. But given the response that we got to it, it looks like you guys really enjoyed it, and we really had a lot of fun playing it. So we're hoping to get that back as soon as we can. It's just there's a lot of time required to set aside for that, so it takes a bit. Also wanted to give you guys kind of a heads up. There's because the schedule is shifting around a bit. A couple of the new games that we're going to be featuring on the channel. Did some recording for Max Payne, which is one of my favorite action games of all time. So we're probably going to be going through that entire series, all 3 games. Yeah, we started recording that just on Sunday, which is super exciting. I'm pretty sure I'm peaking my microphone. I'm just going to push that away a bit and hope that... Let's take a bit of a tangent here. Some of the recent episodes have had my microphone peaking out and distorting, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it sounds god-awful in the actual recordings. At least to me. But I'm an audiophile. I'm not sure what's causing the problem. Like, I've moved my microphone basically 8 inches away from where it was, and I'm still peaking the microphone every so often, so... Not sure what's causing that problem. Hopefully I can figure it out and fix it so that it's not scratching your ears. Back to games. Other games that we're looking to play, or that we have recorded or are planning to record just as kind of a preview. Started playing Pit People, which is a cooperative tactical strategy game. made by the same guys that made the Castle Crashers, and it's kind of ridiculous fun, so looking forward to that one. And also gonna try and do the original System Shock. So by this point, if you haven't heard about BioShock or BioShock Infinite, chances are you're not as into games as I thought you were, and maybe you aren't actually on this channel and don't exist. No harm, no foul, whatever. But System Shock was the game made by the guys that made BioShock before they made BioShock. System Shock 2 is one of the more well-known games in the first-person action RPG genres. But System Shock is a game that was ridiculously far ahead of its time and got overlooked for a variety of reasons, not least of which is the fact that there were a lot of really innovative and interesting games coming out at that same time. So I'm looking to do that one, and it's hopefully going to be fun. It's a game that I've played a lot of way back in the day, but hoping it holds up. I'm pretty sure it does. This isn't going to be the remake that's coming out made by Night Dive Studios. When that comes out, I might do that as a solo series, or I might stream it or something like that. But this is going to be the original 1996 version of System Shock. So I'm really looking forward to that one. A couple other things about games. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. There were only 7 episodes of that because it was, again, a 3-hour recording session that turned into 7 episodes. That's how long those games take to record. We're probably going to get back to that. We have a lot of fun with it. There's been a couple updates to the game. We are looking to record some more of that. It's just another issue of time. When we have 6 ongoing series plus solo series, then we have to make sure that those 6 series don't run out of episodes like Baldur's Gate did. So we have to record those as a priority, which means that it's hard to go back to multiplayer games like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and it's hard to get more recording sessions of those in because we have to balance what we are currently running versus what we want to run, and pick up and play series like that don't have a definitive start and end are somewhat lower priority. I'm not sure why I'm explaining all of this to you. I'm just trying to give you an idea of my mindset, I guess, when it comes to scheduling this stuff. I do try to put a lot of thought into it. Anyway. For anybody that's watching the solo series, Resident Evil 7 just finished on Sunday. It was 12 episodes total. Really fun game to play. Really enjoyed it. Hated every minute of the bugs, but if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out because it was a lot of fun, and it was interesting for my first solo series that I've actually finished, which I'll get to in a moment. I'm actually looking for another game to play for a solo series. My brother actually recommended that I do Star Wars Dark Forces, a very, very old 3D shooter from LucasArts way back in the day. So I might try that out, or I might see if I can get somebody to join me with that for a regular series. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below if you have any games that you'd like to suggest, whether or not you think I should do Dark Forces as an actual series. I'm kind of ambivalent about it right now because Saban's doing Coder 2, and I don't want to do 2 Star Wars solo series. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see. If you have a particular game in mind, chances are I probably have it, or I can get it, Also, Third started playing Children of Zodiarcs, a game that came out just recently. There's 2 episodes of it. The second episode went up on Sunday. Third's having a lot of fun with it, and it seems like people are enjoying watching it, so that's going to continue as well. For anybody that was watching Prey and was like, why did it end at 4 episodes? I will get to that in a moment. But for Kylan's Rogue run, if you haven't been watching Rogue on Saturdays, you totally should, because it is it's the saga of a man driven insane by his inability to manipulate chance to his benefit. He's actually getting ready to finish up that series one way or another. He's set a not a definitive limit, but like a soft limit of 50 deaths, and he's already up to 34. So he's maybe 35. So he's getting ready to end that series just to try and keep things fresh. But definitely check it out. For anybody that's been interested in Prey. Prey went up. Mal Havoc recorded 4 episodes of it. It went up about a month and a half ago, and he only got 4 episodes into it, about 2 hours, and then it suddenly stopped and disappeared. Mal Havoc has been unable to record for about 2 months now. We are hoping that Mal Havoc will be coming back in about 2 to 3 weeks. But until then, any series that he is actively in, or that we would like him to be in, is going to be on hold. So Factorio is going to be on hold. I know you guys love Factorio. We love playing Factorio, but Mal Havoc hasn't been around to play with us, so we haven't really bothered to go back to it yet. We will, once he comes back. He's looking forward to going back to Prey once he gets the chance. And now it's not the new hip and happening game, but he's still interested in playing that through to its conclusion. He hasn't gone any farther than what you've seen in the videos, so it should be pretty interesting. He also, for anybody that watched the end of Alien Isolation, if you haven't watched Alien Isolation, check it out. Amazing series. But there was a promise to Mal Havoc that if he... I'm talking to the internet. Do you want to be on the internet? Come here. This is Kaylee. Kaylee doesn't like to be held. Who's above us? It's okay. Don't get sniffy at me. And now she's on my desk. You might see tail. Tail. For anybody that watched the end of Alien Isolation, there was a promise that if Mal Havoc played through Alien Isolation, which he didn't want to do, I would play a scary game of his choice. I'm going to play the In Lucy's Eyes mod for Amnesia Dark Descent. And we're waiting for Mal Havoc to come back so that we can do that. I say we because Hedra has also promised, after I'm done In Lucy's Eyes, to play... She's gone. To play a spooky game of her own. And she's chosen Soma, which she has not played, Mal Havoc has not played, and I know exactly how it goes, so that's going to be great. But yeah, so Mal Havoc is a bit... is offline for a bit. We're waiting for him to come back and hopefully get back into the rotation for recording and so on. Couple other things. We did some special videos for Canada Day and Independence Day. We did The Long Dark, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and NHL 15 for Canada Day. And we did Broforce, Helldivers, and Captain America Super Soldier for Independence Day. If you haven't seen that, go check them out. There's actual playlists for just those 6 videos. It was a lot of fun to do. It was just kind of a one of those spur-of-the-moment things where it's like, you know what would be fun to do? We got to do Broforce for Independence Day. Why don't we do something else crazy, too? So I kind of made it a whole thing. So I hope you enjoyed that. We generally don't do holiday stuff, if only because there usually isn't time to do it. Last year we wanted to do a bunch of Halloween stuff and it didn't end up happening. So we got a chance to do it this year twice in 4 days. So it was a lot of fun. If you want to see more of any of the games that were featured in those 6 videos, let us know in the comments below so that we can put it into our schedule to do those for you. There's already been a few comments saying that you want to see more of The Long Dark. So Tyler and I are planning on doing that in the not near future, but medium future, I guess. And Captain America Super Soldier is, as I said in that particular video, one of A really good game that I enjoyed playing. I wouldn't mind doing that maybe for a solo series. But yeah. So as always, if you have any suggestions for games, always monitoring all the comments and seeing what you do. But I want you to know that if you do suggest a game, or you say you want to see more of a game, usually it's not the case where we're just ignoring those comments. There's usually something going on that prevents us from recording that immediately, or we have recorded it and it's coming later in the rotation. So I don't want you to think that your input isn't valued. It's just a matter of scheduling for the most part. Just a couple of brief other things. We hit 600 subscribers. Yay! We actually hit 600 subscribers 2 weeks ago, and I didn't mention it because I was afraid that it was going to drop below 600, and it did. So we hit 600 subscribers, and I was like, ooh, we hit 600 subscribers, that's great. And then like 3 days later, it was like 599, and now it's up to 602, so I'm assuming it's going to stay above 600, but who knows. But thank you very much for subscribing and for watching what we do, and for thinking enough of what we do to subscribe. It really means a lot. It's what, as I always say in these videos, it's one thing to make something and throw it out there and never get feedback. It's another thing to make something and throw it out there and people are like, hey, you know what? I like what you do. I'm going to make sure I see what you do in the future. So thank you very much for being here and for watching. That's kind of all I really had. One last thing I wanted to mention in my notes, it's literally just one word, and that's XCOM. The XCOM playthrough stopped because I failed horribly. So what we're gonna do is wait for the new expansion pack to come out and fail horribly. So if you haven't heard, XCOM is doing a... they're calling it a DLC, but it's supposedly like a total conversion thing. It is called XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. I have seen announcements about it. I've seen that there's new aliens, and that's it. So I'm really looking forward to it. I love all things XCOM 100%. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's supposedly coming out in August. Gonna record some of that, probably try to do like a solo series or something like that for it. So for anybody that signed up for the soldier roster in the XCOM 2 videos, don't worry, your names have been remembered. And you will be viciously slaughtered by the alien invaders when we get back to that. But it dropped because I felt inadequate after losing so many soldiers. I did try to record one more episode. More people died. It was bad. I almost ran out of named people. It was bad. So frustration kind of mounted, and I dropped the series and felt really bad about it. But it is going to come back, and everybody's going to love it. Well, if you love it, you're going to love it. But that's really all I wanted to say. So thank you very much for watching. I've been rambling on for 20 minutes at this point. I don't know how much of this is actually going to get into the vlog, but I'm going to go record a thing with Kinathis, and we're going to have some fun. So thanks very much for watching, and enjoy your day, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video.